everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Today in this video we're going to go over a high plank. So how to properly set up and come into your high plank, and some things to look out for to make sure that your high plank is stable and safe. So when you're ready, make your way down onto your mat and let's start in a tabletop position. Bring your hands sort of close to the top of your mat and plant them so that they are under your shoulders. So we want to try to avoid having the hands out super wide, and you also don't want them in too close together. So about shoulder width apart, and the index fingers point forward and all of the other fingers fan out from there. And as you push into your fingers, you also want to make sure that you're keeping pressure in the heel of your palm, and you'll kind of feel like you're creating a little bit of this suction cup through the center. Sometimes what we see is people pushing so hard into the fingers that the heel of their hand is lifted like this. So try to kind of think about the fingertips and the heel of the palm kind of pushing down into the mat to create that suction. And then before you even step your feet back, engage your core. So think about creating that containment as you pull the navel in and up, and check in with your shoulders. You want to feel like you're pushing the mat away from you and even finding space between the shoulder blades, slightly rounding the upper back so that you're not like dropped down or caving into the shoulders. So round the upper back slightly and then take the feet one at a time and step them back. Feet are about hip width apart and the back is flat here. Now rounding slightly through the upper back, but the rest of the back body is nice and flat. What we don't want is the bum sticking up in the air or dripping through the hips like this. A couple of things that will help with that containment is thinking about plank as being not just working the core, but strengthening your whole body. So you really want to focus on the legs being strong, pushing the floor away from you with your hands so your arms are active, and of course the core is contained. So when you hold plank for a really long time, sometimes the legs will be the first to go, and you'll see the legs sort of just start to relax. And when that happens, that's when you're more likely to sag through the hips. So squeeze your glutes, fire up your quads, push the floor away, and breathe. And you can always modify by setting the knees down while still maintaining that straight line from your tailbone to the top of your head. Still contained through the core, so we're still working here. Push the floor away with the hands. Another great tip is that if holding the plank puts a lot of pressure on the wrists or just doesn't feel great for the wrists, you can set your elbows down and just do a forearm plank instead. Plant the palms, elbows are under shoulders, same thing. We're not dropping into the shoulders. We're finding that space between the shoulder blades. Toes tuck, legs lift, legs strengthen, core is strong. And when you're ready, set the knees down and sit your hips to your heels. Soften into a child's pose and take 5 deep breaths. And slowly make your way back up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining for this video today. If plank is something that you feel like you struggle with, try to incorporate this into your practice every single day and just watch your personal growth and development and see how quickly you feel stronger in this pose. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to find more tips like this one. Thanks.